I promised I would bring you this video, so here it is. I've seen a lot of comments recently of people being extremely down, horrendous, down terrible with Dragonstones, so I wanted to go ahead and show you all of the ways you can expect to grind Dragonstones for the rest of the month of December. A lot of content has dropped since the last time I made this video, so the stone count won't be as great, but again, I'm going to show you what we could expect to see for the rest of the month, as well as I'm going to show you some events that have dropped recently in case that maybe you've forgotten about those, and if that's the case, go ahead and get those done and get the Dragonstones as well. A really quick subscriber challenge though before we move into this video. I'm going to show you an image. If I can guess the first word that pops into your head after I show you that image, you got call lacking, you got to subscribe to the channel. It is what it is. However, if I don't guess it correctly, you can skip today's subscriber challenge. Just know that I will catch you lacking in the next one. Here is the image, all right? If the word that you thought of first was family, you got call lacking today. You got to subscribe. Again, it is what it is. Listen, don't blame me, okay? Blame family. All right, here we go. Let's hop into this. So here we have, again, Vegeta and Trunks, the current Vegeta and Trunks celebration. I always start off these videos with counting the Dragonstones you can grind up or basically earn by logging in and completing your daily missions. Some people don't like that. I've seen that in the comments, but you have to understand that every single stone matters, and you'll perfectly understand that when you're at 48 stones and you only need one more multi to complete the 3, buy 3 get 1 free type. Every single stone matters. You can never underestimate the amount of stones you can get from simply logging in and completing your daily mission. So there is 20 days until the end of December. If you log in every single day, that's 20 Dragonstones on top of another 20 when you consider that you do get at minimum 1 Dragonstone every single day for completing your daily missions minimum. Okay, so we are currently at 40 Dragonstones right there. Very, very easy. That's 40 stones for literally doing nothing. Okay, please log in and get those dailies done. Then we have the upcoming Prime Battle LRTN. There's going to be 3 stages, 1 stone per stage, which equals 3 Dragonstones. If I go and add 3 to that, we're at 43 so far. Then we move on to a new stage of Extreme SBR. I understand that not everyone can beat this, but it's still available, which means that there's still free stones that you could potentially grind if you've been working on your box and staying tactful and stuff like that. Not tactful, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's the Goku's family stage, by the way. And in terms of missions, there's a total of 7 Dragonstones you can obtain by defeating the actual stage itself. So if I go ahead and add 7 to this, we are currently at a multi's worth of stones, 50 right there. And then we have these 2 EZAs. And it's a little tricky because these EZAs did drop on JP Dokkan for the Vegeta and Trunks celebration. I do expect these EZAs to be announced tonight, or I guess tomorrow night, whenever Murdzumasu wants to actually appear in the news for the game. I understand that the global, it's a little scary because we have literally no notice of these EZAs here, but keep in mind that global likes to play those types of games. Over on JP, they'll go ahead and show these EZAs at the beginning of the celebration, whereas when it comes to global, they like to wait until part 2 or part 3 of any given celebration to go ahead and announce EZAs officially in game. So I do expect these EZAs to drop on both versions, on Global Dokkan. This EZA specifically is giving a total of 30 Dragonstones from the stages, as well as an extra 3 right here. So that's 33 Dragonstones from this EZA. And then the Goku Black and Zamasu, again, is 30 Dragonstones from stages, and then an extra 3 from missions. That's 66 Dragonstones across both of these EZAs, which gives us a total, boom boom, of 116 Dragonstones right there. Honestly, not the craziest amount, but again, this is basically within the next 15 to 3 weeks of a month. So you can't, this is for there to be 116 stones available, and of course more, since we're not done with this just yet, within 20 days is, I think, really, really good. So it's one of those things where if you haven't been saving, the numbers aren't going to look as great as they could be. Then we do have Peton Battle. This dropped on JP Dokkan during the Vegeta and Trunks celebration, the 16th set to be specific. And this set is not currently available on global, so I do expect it to drop on a global Dokkan. Even if it's this one, doesn't really matter which specific Peton Battle it is. I do expect a new one to be dropping on a global. And in terms of missions, there is a total of, let me go ahead back here real quick. A total of 11 dragon stones you can grind up. So we do have 10 stones right here from completing or obtaining all the sticker cards, and then 1 dragon stone for defeating at least 1 enemy, which equals 11 dragon stones in total. If we go ahead and add 11 to this, we were at 127 dragon stones. And then Global Dokkan also has the new burst limit mode. Or burst mode event. I don't really know how many dragon stones we can obtain, but if you look into the news section in Dokkan, it does say that dragon stones, plural, can be obtained through missions or by completing certain, whatever the case is. So you will be able to obtain stones from this, whether it's 1 or 5 or 10 or whatever the case is. It's going to end up being that over 127 dragon stones will be available for Global Dokkan in the next 20-ish days. And that is just things that we haven't gotten yet, and things that of course are not announced yet. I do expect something to be dropping for both global and JP, just a speculation on my part, but both global and JP around Christmas time, which will definitely give us more dragon stones if that is the case. But as of right now, for what we know, 127 dragon stones, around that number, seems to be absolutely legit. Again, you can say maybe 120 to be safe, 115 to be safe. I would say for a range, anywhere from 115 to 140 is a decent expectation range for what you can expect to become available. Whether you grind it or not is completely up to you, obviously. And then in terms of some recent events that have dropped on global that you may have forgotten about, one of them is this recent revamp of the Savage Sovereign King Vegeta event. Now, I haven't done this yet because I'm still waiting to do it on stream, so maybe there's some of you that haven't done it yet as well. If that's the case, there's literally over 20 dragon stones you can obtain from all the missions and completing the new stages, so please go ahead and get this done if you have forgotten about it. And I feel like many people have already completed these events, but if there's even one person watching right now who I may end up reminding, I think this is definitely a W. So a new stage of Boss Rush has also arrived on global. This was about 2 weeks ago ish, so still very, very recent. And sometimes it's really hard to spot these types of things, so maybe you forgot about it, and if you did, please go ahead and grab your super easy 35 dragon stones. It's one of these things where it's like, even with a completely free-to-play team, you can destroy these boss rush stages. So go ahead and get that done if you haven't already. A new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage did drop recently for Global Dokkan as well, and over 20 dragon stones you can obtain. I think it's over 20, right? Let me not misspeak. So we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 14, yes, okay, easily over 20 dragon stones from one of the newer stages of Infinite Dragon Ball History. So let's just say you haven't completed any of these. That's 20 plus 30 this is 70 dragon stones, almost 80 dragon stones already. Please go ahead and get these things done in case you haven't already. We also have the recent EZA for Rose and Vegito Blue. If you haven't done this, over 40 dragon stones you can obtain from this EZA. Go ahead and get it. They start giving 2 dragon stones starting from stage 21, which of course is very, very good per stage. And then we also have the All-Star EZA. I haven't done a single stage of this yet. I'm waiting to that again. I wanted like an entire 24-hour stream regarding this one, so don't catch me lacking in the comments. I'm waiting to provide content for you. All right. However, there's over 277 dragon stones so I think it's exactly 277 dragon stones you can obtain from this event. So if you haven't started this yet, or maybe you're new to the game and didn't realize this was here, go ahead and grind this up. There's again 999 stages of this. If you're a new player, I don't expect you to be able to get all the way to 500s and 600s and stuff like that, but I will say that I feel like even as a new player with all the free-to-play units in this game, spend a few minutes, or not a few minutes, but a few days grinding some free-to-play units, and I feel like you should be able to work through maybe at least the first 100 or 200 stages. And then of course I will mention that there was a new SBR stage as well that I forgot to pull up here. Again, there's a lot of stuff available right now on Global Dokkan, whether you forgot it existed or whether it's coming up right now. I highly encourage you to grind up as much as possible. There is it again, there's only a few, like a week or two left. No, what's like yeah, 20 days left. I don't know why I said a week or two. Basically 3 weeks left until the end of the year. 3 weeks is what you have to grind as many stones as possible, whether you want Merge and Malsu or whether Beast Gohan does end up dropping. I'm not confirming that, by the way. I always got to mention that. I am not confirming he's dropping, but in case he drops, or maybe something extremely hype drops on both Global and JP during the month of Christmas, whatever it is, I'm pretty sure you're going to want stones. Don't let me catch you lacking on the Merge and Malsu banner. If you're watching all the way, if you made it to this part of the video, I want you to comment merged mid in the comments. Whether you believe he is mid or not, I just want to know if you made it this far. Merged mid in the comments. If you know, you know. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate you being here. Again, consider subscribing. A road to 53K before the end of the year. I believe we can make that possible. I'll see you in the next one. Please, please save your stones.